everyone, today I am giving you information on the topic cataract. So let's move to its description. Cataract is a clouding of lens in the eye that affects the vision. Now basically the cataract is defined as a clouding of lens. If you can see here that this one is the pupil and inside the pupil there is a lens. Okay, the lens becomes white and it becomes fully cloudy. That is why it affects the vision and it is known as a cataract. Most of the cataracts are related to aging. Mostly the cataracts occur as one person can increase in age. Cataracts are very common in the older people. By the age of 80, more than half of all have either cataract surgery. Okay. By the age of 80, everyone get the cataract and more than half of the people have one eye cataract surgery or the both eyes cataract surgery, as it is related to the age of a person. As one increase in the age, the cataract gets developed. Next one, a cataract can occur in either or both the eyes. It cannot spread from one eye to the another eye. Cataract can occur in one eye or both eyes at the same time or at the different time. Sometimes one eye the cataract occur and it takes 4 to 5 years to develop in the another eye. Okay, sometimes it develop in the same time in the both eyes, and it cannot spread from one eye to the another eye because it is non-infectious. So this one is the cataract, as it is easily seen because it is the mature cataract. Next one, lens. Now what is a lens? The lens is a clear part of the eye that helps to focus the light or an image on the retina. The retina is a light sensitive tissue at the back of the eye. Now if you can notice here that this one is the lens and this one is the normal lens. As the lens is normal, the light rays are coming from infinity and they will pass on through the lens. The function of the lens is to focus the image on the retina. This one is the retina and it is a light sensitive issue. So all the lights are focusing at one point which is present at the retina. Okay, this is the function of a normal lens. Next one, in the normal eye, the light passes through a transparent lens to the retina. Once it reaches the retina, light is changed into a nerve signals and those are sent to the brain. Okay, in the normal eye, the light get passes through the retina. The retina send those signals to the brain and brain perceive these signals and convert them into electrical signals so that we can perceive the proper image. Next one, the lens must be clear for retina to receive a sharp image. If the lens is cloudy from a cataract, the image you see is blurred. Okay. Now if you can notice here that this one is the eye with cataract. Okay. The center part is not clear, whitish appearance is there. Okay. Because the lens is cloudy. Here the lens is present and it becomes cloudy. Due to the cloudiness of the lens, the light rays which are coming from the infinity, they are not focused at a single point. They are spreading from one place to another and they are spreading at the whole retina. They are spreading at the peripheral retina, whereas they have to be focused on the one place at the retina. Okay, so the vision of a person is that much, those rays which get focusing on the retina, the patient is able to see that things only. Okay, so this is a condition in case of the eye with cataract. Next one, types of cataract. We have different types of cataract. First one is age related cataract, second one is secondary cataract, third one is traumatic cataract, and the fourth one is radiation cataract. Now development of age related cataract. How there is a development of age related cataract takes place? It takes place in two forms. First one is clumping of proteins and second one, clear lens get changes into a tinted lens. So let's see one by one. First one is clumping of proteins. In case of clumping of proteins, it reduces the sharpness of the image reaching on the retina. Now, if you can notice here that this one is the normal eye, okay? The lens is present and the lens get enlarged here, okay? Now, if you can see that this one is the lens and the greenish dots are the proteins which are present inside the lens. They are arranged in a proper manner, so that's why the clear image is formed on the retina. Okay, the clear image is formed on the retina. You can notice that these checks are clear. Okay, but if you can see in case of the cloudy lens, denatured proteins are there. The proteins are clumping up, they are attaching to each other. In case of it, they are not arranged in an orderly manner. Due to their unordered manner, the check is not clear, which means the clear image is not formed on the retina. Okay, so in this way there is a clumping of proteins takes place on the retina, due to which the clear as well as the sharp image is not formed on the retina, and this one becomes the reason of the age related cataract. Okay, the lens consists of mostly water and protein. The lens of an eye is made up of water as well as protein. When the protein clumps up, it clouds the lens and reduces the light that reaches on the retina. When it becomes cloudy, then the ability of the light to reaches on the retina becomes reduces. The clouding may be severe enough to cause a blurred vision. Most of age-related cataracts from protein clumpings. Okay, the cloudiness is enough so that it will not form a sharp image on the retina. In this way, we will not receive the clear image and the image becomes cloudy. We are able to see everything, but it's not clear in case of cataract. When the cataract is small, the cloudiness affects only a small part of the lens. Okay, when the cataract is small, the cloudiness will affect only a small part of the lens. Okay, patient may notice changes in the vision. Sometimes patient may notice and sometimes the patient may not notice. Cataract tends to grow slowly. As the cataract grows, more and more difficulties in the patient life comes, because the lens becomes cloudy from two areas or the three areas. So it becomes very difficult for the patient to do the daily activities as the cataract develops. Over the time, the cloudy area in the lens may get larger and the cataract may increase in the size. Seeing may becomes very difficult. Vision may get duller or blurrier. Okay. So as the cataract grows, the vision becomes decreases. Next one, clear lens changes into a tinted lens. Now, as the clear lens slowly colors with age, okay, as the cataract starts developing, different types of cataracts gets developed inside the eye. Okay, so the lens become tinted. If you get notice here, this one is the brownish cataract. Okay, brownish tint is appears inside it, whereas the normal is the black, and in this case orangish part is needed. This one is the nuclear sclerosis, this is the NS, and these are the types of the cataract. Okay, so the tinted part or a cleared part or shades may be appear inside the patient's eye. At first the amount may be small and may not cause a vision problem. In the starting it may not cause a vision problem, but when it's developed it starts interfering with the vision. The patient becomes find it very difficult to do the daily task in the life. Over time, tinted make more difficult to read and perform the routine activities. The patient is not be able to read the small prints and not be able to see the distant things properly. The gradual change in the amount of limiting does not affect the sharpness of the image transmitted to the retina. Okay, so this changes takes place very slowly, and uh, they will not affect the sharpness of the image, but when it develops very much, then it affects the vision also. Okay, next one, secondary cataract. Now what is a secondary cataract? Cataract can form after a surgery, after the surgery of the different kind of eye problems, or when the patient have multiple eye problems to the different parts of the eye. Due to them the secondary cataracts get developed. Means the patient have one problem, while doing the treatment of that problem it results in a development of a cataract. This is known as a secondary cataract. Cataracts can also develop in the people who have systemic illness. Early cataracts get developed in case of those people who have different type of systemic illness. For example, first one is the hypertension, which means the high blood pressure. Next one is diabetes. Next one is asthma. Fourth one is thyroid disorder. Next one is ischemic heart disease. Okay, so the cataracts are also linked to the steroid use. As these diseases takes place in the body of the patient takes the medicines. Sometimes the effect of side effects of the medicines also takes place, so due to which the cataract develop early. Next one is traumatic cataract. Now the word trauma is related to any injury to the eye. Cataract can develop after an eye injury is known as traumatic cataract. Sometime fully develop within a week or sometime years later. Sometime it take very less time to be developed, or the patient needs to be surgical removal very early, and sometime it takes place some years later. Next one, congenital cataract. Now, the word congenital is related to the by birth. Some babies are born with the cataract or develop them in a childhood. often in both the eyes. Some babies are born with the cataract. Okay, some babies takes place birth with the cataract, and the cataract develop in their eyes since the childhood. Sometimes it takes place in one eye or in case of both eyes. If the cataract is smaller, it does not interferes with the vision, but when it do interferes with the vision, the lens needs to be surgically removed from the eye. Okay, if you can notice here, this one is the right eye of the child and this one is the left eye of the child. The left eye of the child is the normal because the center part is the black and the lens is clear. But if you get notice here that the lens is not clear, okay, whitish part is appear, so the cataract get developed in the right eye of this child. Okay, but in this case the child has a both eyes cataract. Okay, whitish part is appear, whitish reflection is seen, so in this case the child have both eye cataract. Sometime it may develop in the one eye and sometime it may develop in the both eyes. Okay, and it needs to be surgically removed as it interferes with the vision, and it is very important. Next one, radiation cataract. Cataracts may develop after the exposure to some time due to radiations. Due to the radiations takes place, the cataracts may develop. Exposure of the different radiations takes place. For example, UV radiations, chemotherapy radiations, all these radiations have a side effect on our eyes, and the radiational cataract get developed due to this. So this was the end. Thanks for your patience listening.